Daniel had lived through a war, and as a result, he lived in exile for the rest of his life. Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had defeated Israel, and after the defeat, Daniel had survived, but at the age of 16, along with many other young men, he was taken into Babylon, into captivity, where Daniel would live until he died at 90 plus years old. So he lived his entire life in Babylon. He never was able to get out of that. God never delivered Daniel from Babylon. His whole life was lived in an ungodly culture. This is why we're looking at him. How do you live godly in an ungodly world? When you look around us and you look at our world, you are being inundated consistently with messages that are going to try to rob you of what God is wanting to do in your life and in your heart. And Daniel was not in Babylon by choice. This was not his choice. This was the result of past generations' disobedience. And now he's living in the consequence of that. Like us, in many ways, we have generations that have preceded us that abandoned God, walked away from God, allowed principles to take root in our country. And as a result, here we are facing the compound interest of all of those evil investments that have been made, seemingly small at times, seemingly little at times. But just like in any type of investment, you show up one day and here we are saying, how did we get here? It's happened so fast. For so many years, it was little, it was small, it was a slow slide. But then all of a sudden, boom, here we are. Children, being faced with government in many ways saying, we're going to, cut off this and we're going to change this. And I mean, it's just, how did we get children? Haven't they always been kind of leave them alone? I'm not being a preacher. I'm just saying, how did you get here? How did we get in this kind? And how do you live godly in it? How do you maintain convictions and standards and not sound judgmental and not sound political? How do you just say, God's word is his word and I'm gonna honor it and I'm gonna seek it and I'm gonna hang on to it? Well, Daniel gives us that. Daniel faced assassination attempts because of his standards. Enemies all around, constant temptation to abandon his convictions and compromise. Just every time he turned around, just the world was there saying, come on, you don't have to live like that. You don't have to be that extreme. But Daniel, though he's in Babylon, Babylon never got in Daniel.